Be attracting the referee's attention to exactly what is happening, the illegitimate placement of the ball. The assistant referee is on the far side. The assistant referee that's on this side of the pitch is running the half that Kilmarnock are attacking, so there's no official within 50 yards of it when Mendes puts it down. It's all academic. But nevertheless, when Jim Jeffries sees the replay of the equalising goal, he won't be happy. Here's Fleck. Mendes. Well played by Gary Hay. Skelton for Kyle. Waiting for Gary Hay to make the run forward, and here is Hay now. One back well by Mendes, having another excellent game. To think that there was a doubt over his fitness, that he might not be able to play his part. He has become the linchpin of the Rangers midfield. Hardly had a bad game since his move north. Smith and Kenny McDowell, no doubt purring about the performance of their Portuguese star yet again. Continuing his record as an ever-present in the SPL since signing, although he didn't play against Forfar during the week. Nor did that young man, John Fleck. Hay. Pascali. Again cut out by Mendes. Fleck. And he's won the throw. Papach. Nutmegged Hamill. Davis trying to capitalise. Skelton was there to clear. Mendes for Miller. Now Ferguson. And here's Broadfoot. Being whenever Kilmarnock get it forward towards Kevin Kyle, he's invariably having to receive the ball with his back to the direction of play. Kilmarnock struggling to get bodies forward in support. Final minute of the first half, won't be too much stoppage time to be added on. Well, a breathless first 45 minutes. Rangers have a 3-1 advantage. Chris Boyd scoring against his old club again, but Kenny Miller coming up with 2 goals after Jamie Hamill had given Kilmarnock the lead. Half-time score, Rangers leading Kilmarnock by 3-1. Welcome back to Ibrox. Rangers 3, Kilmarnock 1. The half-time score, that 3-goal blitz in 4.5 minutes around the half-hour mark. Brian Winter, the referee, he's happy. No substitutions made by either side at half-time. Kilmarnock in their change kit of white shirts get the second half off and running. It'll be interesting to see whether they change the game plan and try and get more support for Kevin Kyle pushing forward. Connor Salmon went through a quite rigorous warm-up at half-time, but hasn't come out for the start of the second half as yet. They've kept the same 11 on the field that played in that first half. There were plenty of positives for Jim Jeffries up until the half-hour mark. Gavin Skelton's clearance. Smith back upstairs for the second half. Alongside Ian Ferguson. Well, a half-time lead isn't a luxury that Rangers have often had this season. This is the 26th game of this campaign, 2/3 of the way through. It's only the 7th time they've been ahead at the break. I think the fact that Kenny Miller has scored 4 goals in 2 games will be a major fillip for all concerned. Walter Smith's words during the week that the injury problems that he'd been struggling with have finally resolved themselves, and he was expecting that Miller would return to goal-scoring form very soon. Those words have proved to be almost psychic in their qualities. Here's Broadfoot. Papach. He's had a very good chance himself to be on the score sheet again today. Bagheera, he just wanted to let the ball run across him. Bryson's won it back, he's done really well. Now Hay, he's got a bit of space with which to work as well. Kyle in support, Skelton's at the far post, Bryson is in the middle as well. In the end it all ends up very easy for Alan McGregor. It's hoping Kilmarnock are able to get bodies forward quickly when they need to. A foul by Skelton on Mendes, another Rangers free kick. Just a little tap of the shins. Turn from the Portuguese, too quick for Gavin Skelton. Pascali. Skelton in strongly on Ferguson, and he's caught Barry Ferguson. The second free kick he's given away in quick succession, but it's still no more than a passing word from the referee. Rangers throw. Dropped only 5 points here so far this season. The draw against Dundee United and the home defeat to Celtic, but the other 10 games have all ended in victory. There's the best home record in the SPL. Miller on a hat-trick. Murray. Pascali. There was a foul by Mendes. Referee allowed the advantage to go. Here's Kevin Kyle. Pascali's got Hay in space to his left-hand side. Wing-back played in now. Davis tracking back with Hay. And then Skelton winning it, but only able to put it out of play for a throw. Fraser Wright's clearance, putting the ball out of play for another Rangers throw. Launched long by Bagheera. Lilly beating Miller in the air. Here's Kyle. Able to guide it down towards Pascali. Back to the former Parma man. Still Kelly with a lack of guile whenever they're going forward. Jim Jeffries will be contemplating making a change before too long in a bid to try and get more possession and more meaningful possession around the final third, where chances have really been at a premium. Pascali. David Lilly talking in the week of the fact he's never won at Ibrox. I think he'll still be able to say that tomorrow. "13 minutes Kilmarnock led in this game. But 18 minutes after they took a 1-0 lead, they were 3-1 down. Broadfoot just caught there by Kyle. Sent off on his last appearance, Kevin Kyle, in the Cup defeat at Inverness. Did of course score on his debut, the first ever goal at St Mirren's new ground. Broadfoot. Papach. Fleck bundled out of the way. Pascali. Hamill. No way past Sasha Papach. Bosnian putting the ball out of play for a Kilmarnock throw. An opportunity to get bodies forward. Those opportunities have been few and far between. In from Murray. Papach manages to prevent conceding the first corner. Davis tried to just cushion a header back to Broadfoot. It was Skelton that picked it up. This is Kevin Kyle now. Pascali. Hamill's ball forces him to retrace his steps, but Wright can take responsibility. Now Hay, Kyle, Bryson. Back for Hamill, who's scored once already. And forced McGregor into a save. Just about the first save that Alan McGregor's had to make since Hamill beat him on the quarter-hour mark. Would have been going in. Hay might wish that he hadn't kept that in. Here's Davis, fall for Miller. Hay came back and rectified his own error. Kyle. Well, the opening 10 minutes of the second half have elapsed, and there hasn't been too much change in the pattern of play to what we saw in the final 20 minutes of the first. Davis took enough weight off the pass to still find Broadfoot, even though the angle wasn't quite right on the header. Bagheera. Broadfoot's made a good run ahead of him, and Bagheera, with a real injection of tempo, has done really well. Just couldn't quite get the angle on the ball in right, but he's a real asset when he pushes forward from centre half. The Algerian loves just to find a little bit of space and shift up through the gears, and he did so quite superbly then. The cross, though, not as good as the run. Kyle. Pascali. Turns it wide for Hay. Bryson's making the run forward. He was the furthest advance of the Killie players. Davis. And Miller made the run in behind for the offside flag came up. I don't think too many agreed with the decision. Certainly the Rangers fans who had a very good view of it were quick to get to their feet and complain. It's academic in the end. And you can see why there was frustration. Fraser Wright had played him onside by some distance. Didn't matter in the end, the ball was overhit. Lovely flick on by Kyle, and here's Hamill. Well, it was a ferocious strike, and he's taken up some good positions pushing forward from midfield in this second half. It was that kind of run that brought in the goal, and did well to feed on Kevin Kyle's flick there. There was the stanchion behind the goal that Hamill's shot struck. Papach. Broadfoot. Davis. That's a goal kick. Understandable, I suppose, in the reluctance to gamble and try and chase the game, potentially leave themselves open to more damage going the other way. Here's Boyd. Looked for Davis, it was cut out by Hay. Now Kyle. Ferguson in strongly. Collision there with Murray. Coe. Knocked on by Kyle. Broadfoot able to pick it up. Close attention from two Kilmarnock players for Davis. Tidies up for Rangers. Broadfoot. This time it was Boyd who Plays it long back to his goalkeeper. Nicely worked wide by Ferguson. Here's Papac. Flick wanted the ball played in early. Still Papac goes. And Ferguson. It was Skelton that was there to hook it away. Hamill's down hurt on the edge of the penalty area, and play will have to stop so that he can get treatment. He picked up a bang to the back of the head. No, he's still waiting for his first goal this season, Barry Ferguson, and this was a presentable opportunity. Hamill just collected one from the back of Papac's knee. Skelton made sure that Ferguson couldn't get the shot in, which may have yielded his 60th Rangers goal. Papac, away by Hay. Here's Bagheera. Long ball forward, and Miller again flagged offside. Another close call. Aaron scored his first goal in British football during the week in the cup win at Forfar. He came off the bench to do that, and he may well be getting an extended appearance as a substitute here this afternoon. Ford there ahead of Boyd. Barry Ferguson not happy with the decision, but far too experienced these days to contest it too visibly. Mendes again looking for the slide rule ball as he tried to play in Broadfoot. He forced Skelton to track back and put it out of play for a throw in a very advanced position for Rangers. Miller. Ferguson. Wide from Weir to Papac. Ferguson teasing it forward towards Boyd, beaten in the air by Lilly. And then Khan, as he tried to find Hamill, presented it straight to Mendes. Lovely touch by Mendes. Great interplay between him and Papac. Quite brilliant from Mendes. Will there be an end product? Well, he's won a corner, but it was the touch that found Sasha Papac, which was quite majestic from Pedro Mendes. Magnificent. Simply superb from Mendes. And forced Alan Cohen to spill the ball over the line for a corner. First of the second half. In towards the near post area where it's dealt with by Murray. Here's Davis. Bagheera. Clearance by Ford. Bagheera with the step-overs and the passable Ronaldo impression. Scarlett made sure that he didn't get too far. Skelton again turning it away from Broadfoot, but Kilmarnock on the back foot. Fleck towards Miller. First touch just a little bit too heavy and trying to roll it from one foot to another. Gave Fraser Wright the chance to clear. Mendes. Papach with the throw. And Ford concedes the corner. Boyd waiting again. No shortage of bodies for Rangers' fifth corner of the game. It's a deeper one this time. Probably the worst of Mendes' 5 so far. Hamill. Here's Ford. Ford from Lilly. Mendes, and he was caught late, and it's going to be a yellow card for Skelton. Well, he was just late, but he was quite late. Pedro Mendes is fine. Well, he's got to be a outstanding candidate for Player of the Year, Pedro Mendes. And the change is made. John Fleck not able to exert the influence today that he has in some other games. That's not meant as a criticism of a young man who's making just his 10th appearance of the season. Sorry, of his career, sorry. And it's Aaron that comes on to replace him. His only previous SPL appearance coming in that 7-1 victory against Hamilton. He's got just over 20 minutes to make an impression today. Ford from Weir, Bagheera puts it straight out. Pascali, Skelton. Bryson. Ford from Lilly. Here's Wright. Lack of quality from Kilmarnock going forward. Not able to really replicate the quality of the move that led to their goal, which was certainly their best moment of the game. A clever play down the left flank, leading to Jamie Hamill firing into the net. Now they're on the back foot as Rangers try and hit them on the counter-attack. Is Kenny Miller. Running at right. Just too far ahead of Davis. The Kilmarnock defence had switched off. All eyes on Boyd. And it was Davis that was making the run in and almost stretched to get there. Everybody looking at Boyd, and Davis came round the back but couldn't reach. Well, Kilmarnock are making their first change. Gavin Skelton just picked up a yellow card a few moments ago, and that may well be at the forefront of Jim Jeffrey's mind as he replaces him with Mehdi Tawil. Skelton had given away a couple of cheap free kicks early in the half, and then having picked up the yellow, perhaps Jim Jeffries thought the yellow card tightrope was just a little bit thin for his English midfielder. Boy dropping deep to meet it, and he's done well to flick it on for Kenny Miller. Good turn away from Simon Ford. Here's Aaron. Great ball in! Wonderful ball. It was Wright that deposited it over the bar for a corner. Had he not done so, Davis couldn't have missed. We haven't seen too much of Aaron since he came to these shores on a loan deal from Valencia, but he's very highly regarded, and it's the kind of moment that makes you see why. Another Rangers corner. There's 6 of the game, but the first that Mendes will take from the right flank. Headed away by Ford. Back from Miller. Mendes deciding not to play into that very congested penalty area. Back instead for Papac. Now Mendes with a more beneficial angle. He's found Davis. Back for Pedro Mendes. Just trying to fashion something with the outside of his right boot. Good clearance by Wright. Ford, a little bit chancy inside his own penalty area. Simon Ford, the nephew of a former Rangers man, Mark Walters. No divided loyalties for him today, though, clearly. Broadfoot. Good interplay between Broadfoot and Mendes. Got time to measure the cross, but again it wasn't the best. Ferguson. Papac. Fair to say he thought it could have been better. Tawil. Oh, good play by Mehdi Tawil. Gary Hay on the overlaps, got round Bagheera. And Weir was there to clear. Bryson had made the run across towards the near post. Kyle Lafferty, who started up front on his own in the game against Celtic last weekend, will be on in a moment. Tawil. His attacking qualities are certainly needed by Killy if they're to set up a grandstand finish in this game. Bryson. Hay. Tawil. Pascali. Broadfoot thought about shepherding it out of play. The ball wasn't going to get there, so in the end he had to take responsibility. Cleared out of play for a throw. Can Kilmarnock set up a grandstand final 15 by reducing the deficit to a solitary goal? Pascali. Kyle. Papac. Nice pass for Miller. He did well to take it as well, because the bounce was potentially awkward right in front of him. He's Mendes. Papac. Well, It's almost as if he's had a wager on himself to score today, Sasha Papac. Rangers make change number 2, Chris Boyd coming off on the score sheet against Kilmarnock yet again, and he's replaced by Kyle Lafferty. Took a flick off Gary Hay, and a play for a Rangers throw. Broadfoot. Ferguson. Papac. Hamill. This will be a 6th successive win for Rangers against Kilmarnock, who've now been beaten on 15 of their last 16 visits to Ibrox. In that time, if it ends this way, they'll have scored 7 and conceded 52. Tories here only once since 2000. Towell. Bryson makes his run forward. This is promising for Kilmarnock. Here's Hay. Towell. Back to the Moroccan from Bryson. He's been tricky since coming on. No surprise there, he's had an excellent season. This is Lafferty. Nice layoff for Broadfoot. Willie Gibson waiting in the wings for Kilmarnock. Will be on in a moment. Here's Pascali. Hay. Towell. Wasn't even looking when he delivered that inch-perfect pass. Bryson's less inch-perfect. And now Rangers can bring it forward again, 4 against 3. Lafferty using his pace to try and take on David Lilly, who's turned his challenge brilliantly. Lafferty's still got it though. Papac. Ferguson. Now Broadfoot. Chipped in towards Lafferty. Bryson back to clear, and then Mendes. Well, the whistle had already gone, but his stipping effort just flicked the bar on its way over. Willie Gibson on for Kilmarnock. Their second change, seeing Gary Hay withdrawn. And seemingly it's going to be Murray who will slot into the 3 at the back. Fraser Wright will now push further forward. Here is Gibson. Right. Ferguson puts it out of play for a throw. Killy still waiting for their first corner of the game, incidentally. Right with the throw. Away by Weir. Ford to Towell. Nice reverse ball. Pascali's onside, and McGregor coming out, blocking the angle at the near post. It's out of play for